So why is your first 10K month so much harder than your first 30K month? Well, it's pretty simple. The reality is you're pretty much just stupid. You don't understand marketing. You don't understand sales. You don't understand how to get someone to become a lead, to give you their information, to opt into a funnel. You don't understand how to sell people. You don't understand how to explain to people the value of your service in regards for the money, in return for the money in their pocket. You don't have any team in place. So you're the one doing everything A to Z. You're doing everything from talking to clients, managing team, billing, marketing, lead gen, the whole 9 yards. So you just have no leverage in the business and you're super spread thin. And then you're usually below 10K a month, never working on the proper things in the business. Again, you're either fixing an automation, talking to the team, doing billing, something that actually doesn't directly drive revenue in the company. And again, this actually applies at levels, and it all comes back to the Dunning-Kruger effect. So this is going to apply for the person at 30K looking at the person at 10K, for the person at 100K looking at the person at 30K, for the person at $1 million looking at the person at 100K. It applies at all levels. But basically, when you're at $0 a month, you're at the peak of Mount Stupid. You're like, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing business idea. This is going to be so cool. This is going to be so easy. I'm just going to work my ass off and it's going to work. Because you don't actually understand what it's going to take and all the knowledge and the things that you have to learn to make it work. So then you fall into the valley of despair. For the person at 30K a month, this is typically going to come around $1,000 to $10,000 a month. I know that's a wide range, but there's just so many learning curves that actually come in that time frame and so many different things you have to understand. Someone can do a 9K month and then do 2K next month. Like, it really is that area, that gray area where you might have got a lucky month, but you still don't know what you're doing and things along those lines. And then the slope of enlightenment is going to come after 10K a month when you actually start climbing. You're like, oh my gosh, I actually finally understand what it's going to take. I'm a lot smarter. I understand the things I need to be working on. I have team in place. I actually understand how to market. I have an offer in place, things along those lines where you have a lot more leverage in the business. And then the plateau of sustainability, which actually ultimately comes when you actually understand everything finally makes sense. Everything that used to be so hard, you understand why it was hard. You have people in place to actually help you out, and you really start to understand, holy shit, this is possible. And everything that I ever thought or ever dreamed of or ever could imagine that I would do, I actually can do now because I understand everything. That you just have so much clarity in this stage. So basically, that's why your first 10K month is so much harder than your first 30K month, is because that learning curve in which it takes to actually make that first 10K month, a lot of those same principles apply when you're actually shooting for that 30K month, and it's really just doubling down, doing more of what you're already doing, and doing it a little bit better.